Oh,
Song
man.
of the summer.
I'm waiting for someone to hit me like you. Oh,
Yeah.
speak straight to my soul, dog.
Nice. He's just like me. Sometimes a song can just transport you right back to that beautiful summer of 30 days ago.
Your youth.
Mm-hmm.
We were so young and naive 5 days ago. You know, we didn't know the horrors of the real world. We were sheltered and shielded from the darkness that lies outside of Vin Diesel's warm embrace.
They say that heroin feels like Vin Diesel hugging you very tightly.
Call me an addict then, because I can't get enough of the Vin. I hope he does the ending song for the next Fast and the Furious movie, because this one is truly a gem. I've listened to it.
You should have saved this one, really.
Seriously, if they pop that at the end of the next fucking FF movie, oh my god!
Well, it'll be 3 years old at that point. Like, you know, you have to make it. You have to have a new one by then.
But this kind of sound, that's timeless. The message, the vibe, the spirit. I mean, timeless. I genuinely have listened to that song at least 36 times.
Oh my god! You're gonna have a Rack City syndrome.
It's a serious earworm for sure. I definitely have been laying in bed looking up at the ceiling while I don't know you, but feel like I do. Please in my head.
Imagine if that played at the end of Your Name.
It might as well have played at the end of Weathering with You. Like it's kind of music they were popping in that movie. They were just dropping fucking millennial pop every 2 seconds.
Shinkai, get on it.
Makoto Vin collab when? We already know he's got those voice acting chops. We already know.
He should have been the Beast. Or no, that was the other guy. I don't know.
Yeah. People be done liking that Iron Giant movie. Yeah. I have not seen it since I was like 6, so I can't really speak to its quality.
It's pretty good. I haven't seen it in a while too, but I did see it about 1,000 times when I was 6. So
Superman.
I remember it all right. Yeah. I saw some people talking shit on the Goonies the other day, and I was so pissed.
I don't have Goonies reference.
Oh, that's my whole childhood. That's my two most watched movies. Iron Giant, Goonies, I think probably.
Well, I was just brought up as a narc, so like every time kids would do something that would be questionable in the Goonies, or like they would be off doing things, I'm like, someone needs to rein these kids in. These are just a bunch of hooligans, just a bunch of hoodlums.
I know which show you liked the most from today.
Yes, I'm the ultimate narc. I'm so much of a narc that I don't think the government goes far enough. I'm like a Batman style vigilante fascist.
Yep.
Anyway, we done watched more anime.
Yep. It's Fall Part 2. You already know. You already know what it is.
You know what it does.
That's why we sound tired.
Get ready for the third one.
Mm-hmm. If we make it that far. But we watched. We both watched 5 more things, and I watched like 7 more things.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get to Kuma 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 Bear. So we'll have to talk about that next time.
I think I can wait. We can sit on that one. I don't think the world's waiting and watching to find out. We're also going to have to do all the shorts next time because I forgot about the shorts entirely. I've not seen any of them.
That won't take too long, probably.
Okay.
What did we? You watched Jujutsu Kaisen? Did I make you watch that?
No, I opted to because I figured I wanted 6 for this, and that was.
You went back though. You're not allowed to go back.
Yep.
Okay. Well, now you know. See if you go back in the list. That's less things you can watch in the rest of the list.
I kind of took the least of the evils here. I'm just like, this looks like the least bad. um, or at least the most tolerable bad. Anyway, Jujutsu Kaisen.
How do you feel about your decision?
I could have done worse, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have done worse.
Um, Jujutsu Kaisen is in my notes, I think. Sorcery fight. Hell yeah. It's a manga being adapted by Mappa, and it's about a. It is a sorcery fight. It's 2 cores. It's 24 eps. It's about a boy who wakes up in a predicament, and there's magic stuff. This show looks very good, but I put good in quotes because it looks good in like a very specific way where I can tell it has no soul.
I will be right back. Keep talking. I'm gonna.
Perfect.
The timing is immaculate. Just talk about this show.
I fucking hate women so goddamn much. He's gonna fucking talk to her for 20 minutes. He's like, yeah, I just gotta pick up some equipment from her. Yeah, okay. But you're gonna fucking deliver her some equipment too. Fucking gross. Alright. Sorcery fight. I'm alone talking about sorcery fight now. Let's see. So they're in the occult club, which is in danger, I think. Probably because there's no one in the occult club. And he competes in like in track with his coach. The coach wants him to be athletic because he's like a super human, and he beats him. Oh, is he back already?
All right, I'm back.
Faster than I expected.
Yeah, I just had to go get something from somebody who.
Yeah, but you said it was a girl, so I thought you were going to be talking to her for 20 minutes.
No, it's a coworker, not like a fuck partner.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
He's in the occult club, I said.
Yes.
If the occult club is in danger. Probably because there's only 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have 4. That's how anime work.
Usually it's 5, isn't it? I don't know.
Why is my computer freezing on me here?
Bye-bye.
I'm here.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you downloading Cold War?
It's scanning my game files, and I actually can't stop the scanning process.
Again, perfect.
Okay. Anyway, yes, Occult Club, that's the coolest club to be in, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
It is either the coolest or the lamest, depending on who is there with you.
Yeah. Also, I feel like if the occult club is in danger because there's not enough members, you can just say that it's your sincere, deeply held belief that you have dozens of spirits you're in constant communication.
The spirit of past members.
That too.
Just go through your school history and find if anybody died on the premises, and those are members.
Mm-hmm. If you just put a bunch of names of dead people on the roster, no one can get mad at you. So yeah, he does a shot put with his coach and beats him. Then his grandpa's dying, and then his grandpa dies. And then he meets a turtleneck guy who's looking for a cursed object.
This turtleneck guy looks a little out of place.
He is out of place.
Yeah, I know. It just feels like he dropped out of a different show. But
at first, but then it's like, oh no, this is the right show. You've arrived at the correct place, sir. So his clubmates are going to die from messing with the cursed thing. And then they're at school at night and a bunch of dumb monsters show up. And then a bigger dumb monster shows up and they go there and he is going to get eaten by the monster. So then he eats the cursed thing to get strong. And there's a flashback to a thing that happened 30 seconds ago. And then he gets strong, but then he also gets crazy. It's a twisted alter ego, folks. How wild is that?
I like the texture of. This is a very specific thing.
I can tell it's gonna be.
The monster in this has like a, you know how sometimes in Shaft shows they'll have a pattern.
Oh, an unmoving texture
Yeah,
beneath
yeah.
the
Monster's got that kind of thing. It gives a little bit of an Unreal vibe. Um,
Okay.
I find it kind of be, it's an unremarkable antagonist, an unremarkable monster character, but I liked that element of it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just had a hard time getting invested. I'm sorry.
It's drawn competently.
Yeah, and like you said, it's got air quotes good, where it's like it definitely looks good, but you can sort of see some seams. Um, I don't know. I think this is the kind of thing that where like the designs look a lot better while they're in like action sequences than they do just kind of static. I don't know though. Anyway,
Yeah. Uh,
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Um, I don't know. I do like that the monster was kind of fucked up though.
it was a blob with a bunch of mouths.
I like a bunch of mouths.
Okay.
What do you think about?
We clearly have nothing to say about this. Let's move
What do
on.
you guys? What do you think about Jujutsu Kaisen?
I didn't care for it really.
Okay.
What else did we watch?
You watch King's Raid.
Should I talk about King's Raid?
You can.
Should we
Yeah,
already
go
get
ahead,
into
man.
the things that only I have seen?
No, okay. Let's talk about something we actually want to talk about. Let's go to Senyoku no Sigrdrifa.
Oh my
Sig-
god. I almost want to save that for the end, but sure. Okay,
Okay,
I guess I'll talk about it.
Oh, I guess I'll talk about the thing that's the most up my alley of anything ever.
That's oh god.
It's like they made it in a fucking test tube.
It's for me.
Yeah, they got.
It's
the
so
perfect
funny.
ratios.
It's so funny that I suggested we skip that last time because it's everything I like.
I remember I watched about half of it. I watched half of it for last episode because I'm like, and then you messaged me like, we're skipping this one. I'm like, okay, I'll come back to it. So I basically watched it as two separate episodes. And I remember while I queued it up, I'm like, holy shit.
Holy shit.
He's gonna lap this up.
Oh, it's like Strike Witches, but it's got more. Oh, hold on.
I do have to say, I also lapped this up.
You better have.
Anyway.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's Warlords of Sigrdrifa. I don't think they say that word in the whole show. This is an anime original from A1. This is the 47-minute one. That's why we skipped it. I initially said fuck that, and then my notes say, okay, I'm back. So, it's daunting going into a double length first episode that's original, because usually what that means is either they're very confident and the show is really good, or it's not, and then you're there for an extra long time.
Yeah. Usually, what they'll do is they'll just spread one episode's worth of content over two episodes of runtime. But here, they use the entire runtime of the show to establish things and to make a world that's interesting and to endear you to characters. It's great.
Yeah, and there's not even a clear midpoint where it's like, oh, this is clearly two episodes that they shoved together. No. It's definitely all in one. The first good sign here is that they drew the jets. There's fighter jets and they're drawn with human hands.
That can't be right.
They are.
No, I'm just saying I thought that was illegal. I thought we weren't allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, aren't there labor laws now?
Yeah,
you can't draw mechanical things. That's Ano's job. He's retired.
You can't make Japanese people work 160 hours a week. It's against the law.
You can't make Japanese men with families draw fighter jets for 30 hours for a 2-minute scene. Watch me, bucko.
These are boardroom meetings, boardroom meetings. Listen, Jack. Listen, fat.
Listen here, fat. We're gonna draw these fighter jets. So they're flying towards. It's a mountain. There's enemies. Aliens hiding in a pillar of clouds. It's a recurring theme this season. Very much like the Huge. Strike Witches is back. They do that. And there's all these things flying around. They're like nautical themed enemies, but they fly in the air. There's like jellyfish and horseshoe crabs and shit. But there's a girl. Her plane has wings. and there's a big explosion, and then it cuts to this war room, I guess in Japan, or it's like the UN or the US or something, and a young boy appears, and he calls himself Odin, and he talks about
Yes.
his daughter, whose name is Valkyrie, I think, and um, there's the enemies. They reminded me a little bit of the enemies from Hoseki no Kuni, but those were kind of cooler and more mysterious, more
These are just
more
straight up like
fractalized.
jellyfish ass
They're
motherfuckers.
they're big mobs.
Which that was, if I had to come up with one thing I didn't like about this, it was like, okay, it's just a little generic, you know.
Once again, we
Um,
have yep. I That was what I was going to say. Is that's this if the enemies weren't the most generic thing possible, this would be a straight fucking dime. But
of course.
they're very
But there,
boring.
but again, like that criticism only runs so deep for me because I think it's pretty obvious that the show was much more about the character dynamics, and just the internal struggle as opposed to the external struggle. Anyway,
Yeah, but
yeah, so we're
having a daunting or mysterious enemy doesn't hurt. You know, you
I
can still do that.
agree. I agree. It's just it doesn't kill the show for me,
Oh
which
yeah,
it
for
could.
sure. Oh, and when I said her plane has wings, I meant like literally like angel wings. I know planes are supposed
Yeah, I
to.
was gonna let that ride.
Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah, I got you, fam.
No, see, it's a podcast. There's only two of us. We have to give each other more shit. Otherwise, it doesn't. It's too amicable. We can't be letting each other have. No, don't let anyone have an inch on this shit. Okay.
Okay, I got you, man. I should have clowned you harder.
You should have. Yeah, I mean, really.
Yeah, yeah.
I.
In this moment, I had wings because I was your guardian angel, saving you, sa- saving you from being clowned on.
You raise me up.
This is you're in my hands. I've got you above me. You've got your arms out to the side in sort of like a T pose,
Mm-hmm.
and you are a jet plane, and you're like, Ethan, I want to be the jet plane again. And I'm like, yes, Declan, come here, my child. And I lift you up into the sky and you go, vroom, as I baby you through this podcast.
That was my favorite scene with Giant Oprah in fucking Leap of Time. What the fuck was the movie called? Whatever. Um, so our main character, the lady pilot, she's Valkyrie. I think those are the same people. I assume they were both blonde.
Yes.
I don't know. They both
Yes,
had
that
names
is
like
that
that.
is her.
She's a pilot in Europe, but she gets reassigned to Japan because Europe's got too many sick pilots. She has gotten the nickname the Grim Reaper because everyone around her dies all the time, like literally everyone. And then it cuts to her on the plane to Japan, and somehow it's 5 years later. I don't know if that's a mistranslation. It doesn't make any sense because there's like a newspaper article about her being transferred, and she's just flying there, but somehow it's been 5 years. I don't believe that at all. She looks the same. I don't get
I
it.
think she might be some sort of entity, But why would that make any sense? Why would there be a 5 year time scale?
It could be months. Like it could just be because those subs, those weren't subs. That was embedded in the show. That was like the original.
Hmm.
That 5 years later was made by the production team. But I don't know. I don't know why it would take them 5 years to put her on a plane to Japan. But they run into a big jellyfish on the way over there, and I was concerned at this point because as she's stepping in, so she's the worst character by far, which you don't know yet because you haven't met any other characters. But she's stepping into this fucking plane, and she's like doing a checklist of things, and then she ends it with courage, plenty, and I went, oh, and then she says, I'm used to flying alone.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a second half turnaround where it pays off on certain things, and where it's clear that that's like they're setting up to that level of tropiness, I suppose, or like they're really setting up her loner thing so that they can break that, And I think it really pays off in the second half of the episode, And it's like that's what you get when you go for 48 minutes, and yeah, I was also definitely concerned, but obviously those concerns were quickly assuaged. Is that the term?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, because we meet our new squadron of misfit girls. Crazy, crazy personalities. They're all better and more likable than our protagonist. Um, and they beat the jellyfish. Head back to the Japanese base, and they give her a base tour. So there's one that's like anti tsundere, where she's like, you don't need our help because of how good of a pilot you are. Which is pretty funny. Also true. But that one, her tummy's out all the time.
They touch the tummy at one point, which I really liked.
They sure do. I need to change.
Yeah, these are good. These are good things. These are criticisms that I have of the show. When I'm like, if I was going through my IGN list, it's like positives, tummy touching. It's like it makes me happy.
Tummy status out.
I'm a pink girl myself.
I'm a bit of a pink girl myself.
Yeah, I like the pink girl.
Yeah. So there's a Genki one, friendly, outgoing, boisterous. There's the anti-tsundere. Pink is like the nice, girly one who's secretly crazy when it comes to piloting. Excellent yes. Quirk.
Great subversion.
Yeah, really good. And so she's meeting all of them, walking around the base. She meets the mechanics. They're cool guys. Everyone's cool. Everyone's a fucking cool ass dude.
Everyone's the sickest. Everyone's the sickest ever.
It's perfect. It's all you have to do.
You got the lead engineers talking about how the what is it? The fucking hangar is their battlefield. Come on.
Oh man, it's like just he says something like, just fucking take it to its limit. I'll take care of the rest for you. It's like, you don't have to write characters. You just have to make everyone a fucking nice, cool dude.
It just makes it so enjoyable, especially because it's like, I know that you think that the main character is the least of is the worst of all of them, but that's only so that she can be influenced by all these fucking dope people. She just sucks point. Now so that she can have an arc where she doesn't suck and has fun. Like because all she's known is the strict sort of European military style, but now she's in Japan, things are a little bit more loosey-goosey and everyone's a bit more of a character, and that really lets her spread her wings, mind the pun.
Sort of the opposite of how Japan really is. But yeah, I guess these seasonal previews probably have caused me to forget that anime characters can have development at all. So I guess I just kind of forgot. I was like, this one's a real stick in the mud here.
Of course, yeah, that's definitely a trap you could fall into. And that was something I was thinking about earlier when I'm like, okay, usually the 48-minute ones are the worst, but maybe a lot of these shows that I'm hard on in the first episode that aren't isekais might be more tolerable once I get to a little further in, But anyway, this shit's just cranking. Like once we met the mechanics, that's when I knew we were in for something a little bit more special. Because it's easy to do cute girls, It's more difficult to do hard ass guys where you feel that sort of like blue collar energy, which is the thing that they're exuding, where they're like, oh my god. There's a point where she's afraid to go out into combat because she's the Grim Reaper, and that's my favorite scene in the entire episode. Is so the Genki one is like, oh, you're afraid of fighting alongside us because you've deemed yourself the Grim Reaper, or you're afraid of like the fact that people called you Grim Reaper at one point. Let's just see what everybody else has to think about it. And it's so amazing. So amazing. Where like, because it really is the camaraderie across everyone, regardless of what their job is, where, okay, Genki 1 just radios to everybody on the base, like, hey, they used to call our new ace the Grim Reaper, and all the mechanics are like, oh shit, our Grim Reaper's a hottie, sounds like good luck to me, and I'm like, yo, that's when it really, really won me over, because I'm like, okay, clearly they have just sort of an understanding of how to make a show about like essentially a business, but really like any sort of organizational structure where you have people in different roles, and how you can come together, and just the positive relationships that you can have in a work environment. Maybe I'm taking this a little too abstract, but
No,
I
no,
don't know.
definitely. Speaking of Vin Diesel, it's about family. That's what
It
it
is
is.
about family,
Yeah,
but unironically,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Um,
it's fucking amazing.
it is. Yeah, they like the second half here is there's another enemy shows up, and then the Genki one also shows tummy. Maybe they're just all gonna have their tummies out all the time.
I hope so.
Um, uh, oh, and there's probably gonna be like a puzzle for every boss here. This one is they have to fish for it. Fishing it keeps following me. It keeps happening. It keeps showing up in my life. But they beat it. The Genki one just jumps out of her plane and slices the
It's
thing's
so
core
sick.
with her
It's so
sword.
all of this, the entire sequence where they're fighting is so rad because they have to team up to break their way through, to break their way through the defenses of this alien or whatever. Um, and right away, we're getting that sort of, she wouldn't have been able to do this alone, and she can depend on her team. And I was genuinely moved. I'm not afraid to say it. I was genuinely moved by the sequence where it's clearly like some sort of a Drigsill or whatever tree that spawns out of the fallen aliens. And she's just flying alone, thinking that her squad has bought it once again, as sort of a harkening back to the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I knew
Where,
I knew there was going to be that sequence because there has to be if like
course.
she's worried about everyone around her and her being cursed and all this stuff. You have to have a sequence where she thinks everyone has bought it, and then they show up, but executed really well.
And they really take their time with it. I think they really do.
They go a bit longer than they have some self-control.
And fuck, man, shit was solid. It was I could the turnaround from a bunch of young girls in planes fighting generic aliens at the beginning to genuinely being emotionally connected to these characters by the end is nothing short of, it was remarkable.
Yeah,
It was
when
remarkable.
they show up back at the base and all the kids are like waving at him and everyone's waiting for him on the runway and smiling and fucking best moment of the season so far, hands down.
Truly
So
exceptional. And it takes a lot for a double length first episode to win me over, but boy did it. Very impressed. Doesn't it feel good?
Remember that dual length first episode of that show where the plot was everyone's in a game using cell phones to kill each other?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, but here we are. We made it, fam.
we fucking made it.
we lived long enough to watch the first episode of the show. We just have to string it along for another 60 years.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Gang stalking seal of approval for
A plus
for that thing. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, let's talk about some garbage.
Yeah.
I guess I'll talk about King's Raid now.
Yeah, do it, man.
I have to remember which one this is. This is a free-to-play Korean mobile game being adapted by OLM and Sunrise Beyond, which I guess is not Sunrise's, let's say, A studio. Let me find my screen. Where are my screenshots at?
Man, there's some goblin ass looking motherfuckers in this, or just a bunch of like dark elves. I'm looking at images from this because I can't let you go into this alone, pal. I need to at least understand what you were experiencing.
Thanks. I was sure I took screenshots. Hold on. Let my hard drive spin up here for a sec. SSDs still not great for JPEGs. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, I only took like I had to struggle for screenshots for this one because it was so boring. Yeah, so it starts out. This episode begins with a fight between all of my favorite King's Raid characters, and also all of my least favorite King's Raid characters. Someone's fighting. And then that ends. I don't know. And it's our main character. He is sword training. And in my notes, I've noted that I've decided to get drunk for the 4th night in a row. Okay. Well, I guess
amateur numbers.
Guess tonight makes 5. And then a dark elf shows up in town, which everyone is very scandalized by. I thought that was very funny. And he shoots our protagonist in an ominous glance. I've written Booba, so someone has some endowments here. There's demons. Most of this episode is just like officials in the king's cabinet or something, just talking.
That's good. That's really what you want.
They refer to something called Buraku Eji. Black Edge. I guess that's like a group of dark elves who like maybe are mercenaries or something. A bunch of people get killed in the woods.
Hey, did I tell you?
I couldn't tell if our protagonist died because I forgot which one he was.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it's cool.
Did I tell you recently about how I was watching? I'm rewatching all of Naruto with some friends who have never seen it.
I feel like you're rewatching Naruto every 3 months, but sure.
Well, this is an extension of that. There's a lot of Naruto.
I see.
But anyway, we were talking about it's like man official Naruto headbands at fucking FYE and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's rough. Imagine looking back and realizing you owned a Naruto headband. And then as I was driving home, I saw a dude at a bus stop who was wearing a Naruto headband. I could not fucking believe it.
Nice.
It freaked me the fuck out. it was like, I have not seen a Naruto headband in public in 10 years. And then literally
He's
the
back,
day
baby.
I was talking about it, I fucking saw a dude wearing. It's like when you have a conversation about something, and then your recommendations on YouTube are related to the thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
And then, but it was like that, but in real life.
Yeah,
I was fucked
the
up.
simulation masters heard
I was fucked
gave
up.
you some targeted advertising.
Yeah, I did not like that at all. Anyway,
that is pretty funny. So our protagonist decides he has to go help whoever's in the woods dying, and then they wait until the very end of the episode for this goth big boob midriff lady to show up, which made me pretty upset. I think the opening is sung by the Index lady, which is I consider sacrilege. People ripping off Index this season, not happy about it. Not psyched. This was abysmal. That's really all I got on that one.
Take that, King's Raid. Suck my dick, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna order a Naruto headband off of Amazon so that I can put it on next time we watch the show. I'm gonna pull it out of my pocket while we sit down to watch Naruto. They're gonna look over.
That's one that's worth overdoing. Like you should get like 8 pieces of merch and just,
I'm gonna have a kunai.
Just walk out of the bathroom with all the shit on, the full outfit with the sandals and everything. That would be worth it. It doesn't matter how much money. If that costs $200, it would be worth it. To just appear from a trap door and appear from the drop ceiling.
I'm gonna have smoke grenades that I throw on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hire some people to play some Japanese drums while I come out of the smoke, and someone's gonna go "Hoo Hoya" while I'm Naruto stuff.
Buy the heaviest weights, put them on your hands, break the hardwood floor.
When David and I lived together, whenever we would play Smash, we had we bought Mario and Luigi hats, and we would just sit with Mario and Luigi hats on. Man. Okay, let's see. Hard to headbands.
It should be Luigi and Waluigi, really.
Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry you didn't like that, pal.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All
Okay.
right.
How about we talk about Muno no Nana?
Yes.
Um,
Speaking of things that steal from Index, here we are.
oh, well, yeah, this was the other one I was talking about. Uh, yeah, Muno no Nana is that's talentless Nana. Bit of a spoiler there in the title, but that's fine, I guess.
My
Um,
friend who has claims not to be a weeb has seen literally every single thing in the Raildex universe, and I think that's unfair of him. I think once you've seen both an Index and a Railgun season, you're officially a weeb, and there's nothing you can do about it.
um, I mean, it depends on if it was like 10 years ago or not.
It was this year.
Okay, yeah, no. That man's that guy is a huge weeb, but for some reason that's the only series he will admit to liking and have
Yeah,
watched. There's no
here
way
we are.
there's no way you've only seen that in the West pretty obscure show.
Yeah, all of it. He even watched all of the Accelerator show.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay, yeah. This man
he's
is
seen everything.
this man's full of shit.
Yeah.
Good taste though. Um, in Muno no Nana, that's a manga by Bridge. They did Mitsudomoe and Nobunagun, and they're doing the Shaman King remake.
Someday we'll do Nobunagun. Someday.
Oh yeah, I think it's only 11 episodes, or maybe it was 13. That's a lot, but worth it. Um,
The original
it's
story was by Loose Boy.
excuse me.
The original
Oh,
story is apparently by Loose Boy.
is that the mangaka? Oh yeah,
Yeah, the game
loose
scenario
loose
creator.
boy. That is very that's huh.
Whoops.
Loose boy.
Anyway. Yeah, man. Muno no Nana. No, Muno na Nana.
No, Muno no Nana.
I
Oh
have
no,
as
it is
na.
not. Oh no, you're right. I was wrong. Muno na
It's a lot of vowels and
Muno na Nana.
keep track of. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about this. It's a boy. He goes to a supernatural school, and there's a new kid in the class, and also there's another new kid. Her name's Nana, and he is the boy is talentless, or so he says. And Nana can read minds. I said as soon as she is introduced, I said she's probably faking it. Hence the
Of
title of the
course.
show.
Of course.
Even if
It's
that wasn't the
fucking
title of the show, I still would have.
no, it's so forecasted. It's like it's literally impossible for her not to have some sort of ulterior motive thing going on.
You think? I mean, I don't know if they forecasted, other than like she has this power, and she's using it to her advantage in a way where I'm like, boy, this would be really easy to fake to embarrass people. And then like, oh, that's what she's doing.
I used my amazing powers of deduction to
Yeah,
figure out that she was not as initially what she seemed.
yeah.
I am the master of mystery.
Deduction. Yeah.
Yes.
So at she almost gets pushed off a cliff. They're like hanging out. The main character is weirded out by her and yells at her. And then the students are just like fighting on the track field. And let's see. In my notes, I have written the N word in all caps. In a moment of weakness, I disavow myself from an hour ago.
That version of you, garbage. This new version of you, pretty cool.
I contain
Chill.
multitudes, and except for that one, which I no longer contain.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is that like, how do you even know that when you woke up this morning, it's the same version of you from yesterday? Honestly,
That's true. So his power is that he can neutralize other powers.
where have I seen that before?
For something better. Okay, it's just a bunch of me threatening to kill the guy who wrote this. Blah blah blah. I called it with the faking the mind reading thing. What I didn't call is the fake out protagonist. He just dies. That's cool, I guess. Nana.
How dead is he though?
I think he might have actually died, because the preview he is not in the next episode preview at all. I think
I
that
guess
was to
we'll
show
see.
you how fucking ruthless Nana is. Yeah, she's on a mission to exterminate everyone on this island school because they're dangerous and they're going to kill a bunch of people, according to her cell phone. I, I don't. I mean, it's kind of bullshit because like she's just
That's like it's like
executing all
going.
these kids according to like the number of potential people they're going to kill. But
Hey man,
like
my potential amount of people I could kill. I mean, I could probably at least get a couple dozen.
that is
I'm
true.
not saying I will.
But also,
You
it's
know.
like the only like they're not like all sociopaths. Like the only reason they would kill a ton of people is if they thought they were saving more people, which is exactly what she's doing. So it's like, what? Why
Yeah,
is
a little bit of
this is a
hypocrisy there,
weird?
fam. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's pretty dumb. But
Yeah, I don't know about that.
yeah, I guess it's gonna be grimdark. She's gonna keep killing
Oh
people.
my god, this Inky Pink Hair girl is actually a psychopath. That's crazy, dog.
Twisted.
Oh my god. Put her on a t-shirt so I can go buy it at Hot Topic, please. Thank you.
But I guess our real protagonist was the other transfer kid, the white-haired guy. We don't see much of him, but
Well,
that's your
he's the red herring because they were talking about it's like someone has entered this school to stop everyone from being able to be the best or
right.
whatever, and they're leading you to believe that it's gray-haired guy, and he might still have some, but he's clearly got some stuff of his own going on. But it's definitely not the person who's going to kill our protagonist.
He's gonna try. If
I'm
not,
saying
as
the
if
fake
oh
protagonist.
yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of crass. I don't know. It reminded me of I got heavy Happy Sugar Life vibes from this.
I felt nothing.
You know, that says it all. I think we can move
I
on.
felt nothing. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, okay, they did the thing that it's supposed to do. Time to never watch any more of this.
Mm. Yep. Let's talk about Ikebukuro Westgate Park. That's a fun one to talk about.
Let's do it.
This is a uh wait, is this my notes? Is this my what is this? What's going on? Is this oh these aren't in
What
order.
is this? Where am I? Who am I?
Ike this one. This is a series of urban mystery novels being animated by Doga Kobo.
Mystery is a stretch.
Not this episode, but you
I
know,
know.
they're described as mystery novels is by Wikipedia.
Sure. Maybe
When has Wikipedia been
Wikipedia
wrong?
knows more than I do, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. I personally love it when urban mystery shows start with a guy going berserk in public on a mysterious drug, like in Persona 5 and Serial Experiments Lane and
Yep.
Cowboy Bebop and
Mhm.
Banana Fish.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Japan really has a great idea of how drugs work.
These are supposed to be like bath salts, so I kind of get it, or synthetic weed. So it's like okay, sure, but yeah, it's sort of. I mean, no matter what it is, if it's some sort of curse or demon, they're always just like freaking out and driving vehicles irresponsibly. And there's a gang called the G Boys, who he just sort of wanders into their fucking Thunderdome and just one of them beats him up. This drug guy. And the openings by the pinballs, I usually like the pinballs, by which I mean I like that one song they did for Ninja Slayer. But then there's a tomboy, and she meets this guy. She's in trouble for trying to burn down a building. She is then introduced by one of the G-Boys to one of their affiliates, who's our main character. And she wants to get revenge on this drug den selling fucking spice because her mom is addicted to that spice.
It's like got it's like a storefront, like an actual like store.
It's in like it's in like a one of those department buildings where they have stores, but probably not one of the more up and up ones.
I believe it was called
The smokehouse.
The smokehouse. It's like if somebody tried to create a storefront near me or like a shopping district called the smokehouse, I'd be like, I don't know about this one, Chief.
There's almost definitely something called the Smokehouse in your city.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, we're hip.
That
I
is
guess
true. Yes.
the Japanese don't really have as much of a grasp of the English language, so it probably sounds really dope to them.
Wait, is I don't even remember. Is Smokehouse in English? Do they say
Yeah, I
Smokehouse?
think they do. I'm
Okay,
not sure.
I don't remember either.
I
Um.
googled smokehouses near me, and I got a bunch of great barbecue joints around here.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Um. She wants revenge because her mom is on that spice, and so our protag wants to help her out. So they meet with the police chief, and then they go check out the smokehouse, this bath salts shop, and she freaks out and destroys a bunch of their product, making them angry, and then they run away. And he has a bunch of connections. They have a goth hacker and like a tracking guy who just tells them everything they need to know about this guy who runs the shop.
here's all of the information. Here's just everything you
We
need to
know that
know.
we know the code to get into his fucking apartment because he has a
Yeah,
gigantic number pad that we can see with
a
binoculars.
comically large Fisher Price ass number pad where it makes like fucking cow noises. There goes moo when you press the zero key.
Yeah.
Moo, oink oink.
Uh,
Anyway,
oh fuck. Doing the huge rotary like to get into your house takes 5 minutes every day to fucking unlock your door.
shit. My password was
Oh,
it was actually chicken mouse. Fuck. Oh shit.
Oh, I pooped my pants.
Drug dealer that's actually a diaper baby. This guy's got the best spice in town, but every time I go over, he's got boom boom trubs, and I have to change them. He's always talking about his diaper. It's like, dude, I just want to come here to buy some K2.
He's always boofing, man. He's hardcore. That's what he's got to do.
You're
The highest absorption rate.
I do have to say, if you're gonna buy from a drug dealer, you're gonna want the one that's so doped up that he seems like he's a fucking infant all the time. That's how you know the shit's good.
Mm-hmm.
They go in and there's just pot plants.
They break into his apartment and he has a weed room. Do I have a picture of the weed? Hell yeah. They're not allowed to say weed, so they say drugs. And and basically this whole episode is just like they destroy this dude's shop, they hit him in the face with a rock, they kick him in the head, and then they plant drugs on him and arrest him. And this is our gang.
I couldn't even believe.
It's so fucking funny. It fucking rules.
I couldn't fucking believe. I was losing my shit when they planted drugs in his store.
People get mad at like Law and Order over here because they like are too mean to the interrogatees, you know. And this whole show is just them harassing the most harmless drug dealer ever, and then fucking framing him.
He's not operating out of a trap house. He's operating out of a storefront. He's paying taxes. All of this shit's over the table.
I mean, he does. He is growing tons of weed, but they broke into his apartment.
Yeah,
they used like a gang to break into his apartment. the cops were just like, "Yeah, you do this."
This is what you want from your law enforcement. I mean, this is some fucking 1920 Chicago gangster bullshit.
It's so amazing. That's what I'm here for, baby. That's why do you think I keep coming back to anime? It's like it came out of a different universe. I love it so much.
It's like when you listen to like European pop music, where like you think that Europeans are like us, you know.
It's nothing like that. It's way more.
It's like
way more extreme than that.
But like you just watch it like Eurovision, you're like, this came from these people are genetically us, but they're culturally so different that they're doing all this stupid corny bullshit. And then you look at Japan and it's like, okay, these guys are pretty normal, and then they've got their good guys are criminals planting drugs and then calling the cops, and they're supposed to be like upstanding members of society. It's fucking amazing. Um, I don't know. It's yeah, I
Oh, and
thoroughly
then
enjoyed it.
as a cherry on the cake at the very end, our protagonist is talking to this child, and he pulls a "Hey, just between us kids" with his little girl.
This 12-year-old
Yeah, this
fucking
12-year-old like tomboy girl. He's like, keep it a secret from your mom. It's just us kids who know this one.
just us kids that have destroyed a man.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, once I kind of got into the spirit of things, once I was able to like get myself into the right headspace, I really did enjoy this. Specifically, just like once I saw the pot plants, I'm like, this is gold. This is complete gold.
Mm-hmm. Hell
Um,
yeah.
I mean, like, where do they even get these stories from?
From a book,
Where does
apparently.
where does any of this come from? Like, where do they think? Do people buy this? You know, like do they
I
get?
bet this happened in Japan. They were like, "Oh my god, synthetic drugs. What do we do? It's going to take us 2 whole months to ban this." And that's like a serious problem to them. It's
They're
beautiful.
sitting they're sitting in this restaurant and they're talking about how it's like, yeah, man, it's just we don't know what we can do to stop these illegal drugs. The legal process moves so slow here, and I'm like, oh my lord, this is so quaint.
The novels ran from 1998 to 2009.
Oh my
There
god.
was a live action television drama from in 2000. A few manga. Uh, let's see. Let's read the summaries from these novels here. Volume 1, Makoto and his friends are heading out to spend their New Year's Eve at IWGP, where all the hottest guys and girls go to hook up and have fun. On their way to meet his friends, Makoto runs across a helpless girl pursued by a lecherous-minded group of guys. Makoto comes to the girl's rescue and finds that she is also meeting up with friends at IWGP. Hikaru immediately takes a liking to Makoto, who seems to only have eyes for Hikaru's more sensual friend Rika. A few days later, while the group is hanging out, they are approached by a policeman who asks if they've heard anything about a serial rapist with a penchant for strangling his victims.
I'm glad they didn't do that one. That would be way
That would
less
have been
fun.
that would have come on a bit strong, yeah.
Yeah. I need
Um,
to pee real quick. I'll be right back.
okay.
We have two shows left. We have
I believe one that I have seen and one that we both
okay.
watched.
Let's do the one.
Cool. I'm gonna try and find the summary of the story about drugs here, if that's in the novels at all. Let's see. One of the viewers is taken stalking the site Sar Asumi. No, that's not it. It's not in any of the 4 volumes. Oh, this is the manga volumes. What the fuck happens in the novels? The manga loosely follows the TV series. Interesting. Yeah, I can't find anything about fucking spice. I was on that website the other day where they people send, it's like a lab, and people send them drugs and they test the drugs to see what's actually in them, compared to what they're sold as. And it's a lot of just like ecstasy that's actually caffeine and meth or whatever, but there's some crazy shit in there. I swear to God, there was like a George Floyd pill. I saw a pill, or maybe it was a powder, that was being sold as 4-ACO DMT, but it was actually like an extremely potent synthetic cannabinoid that would like fucking kill you if you took enough, thinking it was a psychedelic. That scared the shit out of me. But that's a fun website. I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but I'm sure if you do some Googling, you can find it.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking he's back.
He's back. Let's talk.
Before we get into this,
Yes.
I just had a thought the other day.
Ooh.
I was thinking about like, okay, let's say you were to encounter some sort of paranormal or cryptid entity.
Sure.
Which one do you think you'd be able to integrate the best? Like, which one do you think you'd be able to handle the best? Like
just purely psychologically, or like into my daily life, like I got to deal with this thing around.
it's not your roommate, unfortunately. No, this is like a
Okay, so
it's
if I saw it, how like which would like Lovecraft mind break me the least?
Yeah.
Um, hmm.
The one that came to mind for me, and
Oh,
this
if I
is
saw I think a Tasmanian tiger is technically a cryptid, but those things are definitely still fucking alive. So
Tasmanian tigers are cryptids.
I think they're considered cryptids because they're supposedly extinct, but people claim to have seen them.
Tasmanian tiger.
But there's
Oh
no
yeah,
there's no
that's
fucking way those things
kicking
those
around
those
somewhere.
things are still around for sure.
Okay, that's a cop out answer. It's
It's a good answer because
okay.
that's
You're right. You did give me the best, most realistic answer. I will concede that you have the best answer.
thank you.
Um, these things are actually kind of crazy looking. Now that I
Oh,
think
you haven't
about
seen
it.
their huge fucking jaws? You've never heard of
Crazy.
this is a Reddit favorite. But yeah, the way they're because they're not related to dogs. They just look like it.
Yeah,
But their mouths open up like 90 degrees or I mean
yeah.
180 degrees. It's fucking crazy.
Alligator jaw, fucking insane.
Yeah.
Uh, the one that I had, which is more fun but less realistic than yours, was I think I could pretty much 100% because of the proximity thing. Like, let's say I was hanging around, in the UK, and I done saw myself a Loch Ness monster. I
It's
think
not
I
in
could
I guess that's in the UK technically. Okay.
I could process that and also just completely remove it from my life because of the proximity thing. Like if I get far enough away from it, that shit's gone.
Oh, I mean the Loch Ness monster is not scary to me. It's just
Well,
more
yeah.
mysterious. Like yeah, I would like even if I lived in Loch Ness, I would not care about what's in Lake Loch Ness. I would not be, you know. I mean, maybe if I was out there every day, I'd be a little concerned. But if I saw the Loch Ness monster, but
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
if I just like, how many, if you're going to Loch Ness, you're probably going once in your life, right? So if you go there and you actually fucking see the Loch Ness monster, that would be the greatest. That would be like that would be life affirming. That would be like a beautiful
It'd be like a
heavenly
whale
moment for
sighting
me.
times 10.
Yeah, 10. Okay. Seeing a literal legend, seeing a
Oh man, you see them whales?
seeing
They come up
a
and they
shiny
say hi.
Pokemon in real life.
Dude, they fucking come up, they say hi and shit. They be like, "Yo, what's up,
But
dog?"
there's a
You
lot
dap
of
them up.
those.
Yeah, but when you dap up a whale, that's when you really know that we are all of one. We're all one, man. We're all part of the same collective consciousness because whales can understand things like getting down to Tupac, riding dirty. These are things that whales can
These are
understand.
things that whales do. Yeah, no, you're right.
Thank you.
What if you're kayak fishing out on Lake Loch Ness and like you tip over and you're afraid of deep water, but you look down briefly and the Loch Ness monster is right there and it just winks at you, and then you get back up.
The Loch Ness monster throws up the woo to you, throws up the Wu Tang Clan hand
It
sign.
gives you a shaka. Just has
Got a-
thumbs somehow.
Got old dirty bastard fucking hair.
You hear just the bass because it's underwater, but you can kind of make out the lyrics.
Your shoe shimmy up. That's
That's very
it's less
silly.
it's less life affirming that situation.
Now, what would be the most freaky? I want to stick to
I don't-
cryptids because, like, just ghosts are like there's too many possibilities. But like,
I really, really don't want to see. I live in the area of the country where it would happen. I don't want to see a skinwalker. Skinwalker.
oh
would be
yeah,
devastating.
those things aren't even like they don't have like the sort of mystique to them where they're kind of like you're kind of fascinated. Like if I got the idea that there was a skinwalker anywhere nearby, I would be very upset.
Yeah, I would just move back to New York.
They're not. Yeah, they're not cool or like smart. They're just giant, fucking 9 foot tall, weird, wrinkly things that run 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, like. I mean, I think they're the scariest cryptid.
Yeah,
I
those
just-
those things fucking suck.
Because you can kind of imagine it, like you can put yourself in that situation where it's like, okay, Bigfoot, I don't know, I don't think a Bigfoot's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah,
You know?
a lot of cryptids not fast. Bigfoot slow. We've seen the footage.
But
yeah,
of course
Fucking,
we've seen actual archival footage of Bigfoot.
Chupacabra, basically a coyote, whatever.
But a skinwalker,
yeah,
pure entity of demon
kappas.
energy.
Yeah.
Just demon energy there.
Horrific. I just heard about there's a UFO story from the 60s, I want to say. Um, a guy lived. I can't remember the name of the incident or where the fuck he lived, but he lived in in the middle of nowhere. I think he was like a veteran or something, living in the woods or the desert or something. And one day, a UFO just fucking lands in his backyard, and he goes out, and a bunch of Italian guys in suits walk out, and they don't say anything, and they motion. They have a little pitcher, and they motion for him to fill it with water, and he fills it with water, and they make him a tiny miniature stack of buckwheat pancakes, and then fly away. and he kept the pancakes and like gave them to like the authorities, and the government actually analyzed them, and they were normal pancakes, but they looked weird. They were very thin. But it's like
they were just practicing how to integrate into society. They were just seeing the things that humans do, and they're like, we got to do these human things.
Well, I was. Let me see if I can find the paragraph. Actually, I think it was this one: a Northwoods case for the X-Files. Yeah. WXPR.org. Oh wait, no, this isn't it. Maybe it was this one. No. Maybe. Maybe this. I don't know. I was reading some article, someone was writing about it, and they were like doing like it's the reason this story is stuck with so many people is because how absurd and unexplainable it is, and blah blah blah, Occam's razor, all this shit. Because there's no reason why any aliens would ever do this. It makes no sense to the. And I'm like, what if they fucking think it's funny? Because it is. It's fucking hilarious to drop by a guy's house and make him pancakes and then just leave. That's the best. That's the best. Even if they're not aliens, or if they're just like Air Force guys, testing out this experimental thing and goofing around. Either way, it makes perfect sense.
Well, it's like when you fuck with an animal. Like if you take like a laser beam and make a cat chase it around. It's like, it's you obviously there's no benefit for the animal at all. You just think it's fun to do that. No, of course there you can't come up with any reason. What's wrong with this person?
Yeah.
They couldn't think of anything.
That's why I was trying to find it, because it made me so fucking mad. I was like, why? It's so funny. How can you not understand this?
I can think of 30 reasons. And I'm not a particularly clever person. I just think for 2 seconds. What do you? Okay, now let's think for real. What do they benefit from by completely denying this? Who are they working for, dog?
Ooh.
What are they trying to suppress, homie?
I wish I knew if I could find the website. Oh well.
Anyway, I don't think I would do great with Skinwalker though.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think
Mothman would be pretty bad too. Mothman would be rough.
Mothman is an agent of peace, though.
Yeah, I thought about Mothman as more like, what is he fighting against? If Mothman's real, what is Mothman fighting against?
He's, he works in mysterious ways.
Because if he's fighting against an equally, let's say he is a force for good, he's got to be facing down some real shit, right?
It's probably it's probably a rough life being the Mothman.
How come nobody asked how the Mothman's feeling? Mothman, please email us and let us know how you feel. I want to know.
Joe Simonton.
Do we know that the Mothman's a good guy? I know nothing about the Mothman.
It's just because of that movie. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's more like he's just an omen. He's not good or bad. He's just, he's there.
Anyway,
I really wish I could find that paragraph I was reading that made me fucking so pissed.
Speaking of being so pissed, why don't you talk about Kamitachi ni Hiro Wareta Otoko?
No. Okay, yeah, no, I will.
Okay, do it, man.
Okay.
This looks like some isekai shit.
Which one am I?
Kamitachi ni Hiro Wareta Otoko.
I didn't watch that one.
Oh.
You see on the list, it does not say completed.
Oh, yeah. So what did you watch then that I did not see?
I watched
Majo no Tabitabi?
Yes, that's the one yes, that's the one I skipped earlier. Thank you. Okay. Yes, Majo no Tabitabi. I have screenshots here somewhere. Wait, actually, do I? Oh, that might. Oh, no, I do. I do. Everything is fixed now. Majo no Tabitabi means Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elena, is a light novel being done by C2C. They did World End and Harukana Receive and Hitori Bochi and that President It's Time for Battle show. We got there's another one of those book bitches. It's a girl who likes the books. It starts she's a little girl and she wants to be a witch, and her parents are like kind of humoring her. Like they clearly don't really think she's going to do that, but then she does, and she's apparently very proficient because she takes the witch exam at only 14 and passes. Other hoes are jealous, and so she's trying to find someone to be an apprentice for, another witch, but doesn't because they all refuse her because she's 14. I say they're jealous. I don't actually know why. The show doesn't really explain that. They just slam the doors in her face. But she finds a hoe who is not jealous, a weird one who hangs out in the woods, and there's a lot of harpsichord music.
I feel like you really would want to be learning from a witch who lives in the woods. I don't know if I trust any city-dwelling witches.
Yeah, I mean, she's a little quirky, but yeah, she's the only one that'll do it. I remembered the name of the harpsichord after 20 minutes of Googling fancy instrument. So that's how if you ever need to remember that one again.
Wasn't there a black metal band that had a harpsichord going?
Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't a... No, wasn't it like a... Oh, yeah, it might have been a harps... Yeah, something like that. It must have been
a botanist band. Let's see. What is their quirk?
Botanist. Isn't that the name of the...
Botanist? Hammered Dulcimer.
Right. I mean, you can make anything sound like a fucking really, distorted guitar. Yeah. You can make something sound like...
not enough theremin.
Yes, all these instruments I get mixed up, but yes, theremin.
You know who has theremin? Ghost.
Can you do it? Can you make a distortion pedal for the theremin?
Of course you can. You just need the microphone that is recording it to then go through a pedal. Nice. That's easy. Oh, distorted theremin. I'm gonna Google that. Keep talking about this show.
Yeah. Okay. You take care of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're basically doing a Karate Kid here. She's making her do chores and fetch quests that seem to have nothing to do with witching, killing spiders in the bathtub. And then suddenly she challenges her to a fight. Fight actually pretty good. Music is good.
All right, I've got some theremin for you here.
Oh, post that fucking theremin.
Did not take very long, and it is heavy as fuck, as it turns out.
Oh, I'm playing this live. That's a picture of... Oh, that's old. Hold on. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Yeah. TC effects on the theremin. How about I open that in Google Chrome? Come on. There we go. Okay, there is some other stuff going on around in here.
Today, I'm
Oh, now he's talking.
That's some pretty hard narrative there, dog.
When does he start?
Super basic.
Oh, he's just talking the whole time. All right, well,
No,
whatever.
he does a little bit more playing.
Oh, maybe around here?
Do you play the piano?
Imagine the concert experience, though, the live experience. You're using your hands just in the air.
Yeah,
and you're fucking making crazy noise coming out of that thing.
That's some Amogan Heap shit. Fucking Amogan.
So after they fight, the MC gets beat and cries, and her tutor, master, teacher, whatever, explains that she was just trying to teach her to like have some assertiveness because she would just kind of do whatever she said. She was bossing her around. Also, her parents paid her to tutor her, and she didn't actually take her in out of the kindness of her heart. And then eventually she gets better, and the student becomes a master, and she wears a necklace that's just a Star of David, which is kind of weird, but she decides that she must be on her way now, the older witch, and then it's time to go on a tabi. So also she's 18 now somehow. She was 14 before. I don't know how it's been that long, but ruined. But it's a decent show.
It seems like some witch girl stuff to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's pretty. I think it's a safe bet. Decent show.
It's a tabi.
There it is.
Toe to tip. It's a tabi.
There it is.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, man.
It's okay. 24 minutes.
Yeah.
The last thing we watched is Maou-jou de Oyasumi.
Speaking of 24 minutes and things that shouldn't be 24 minutes.
What? Disagree. Finally.
All right.
The ultimate showdown. The fucking climax of this episode. Finally, we have a disagreement.
Fucker.
Maou-jou de Oyasumi, Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle.
Yes.
Correct. I will.
Yeah,
I will.
You can't dispute anything that is said.
I will give it to you. Manga, also Dogakobo. Great.
Oh.
It's about the land of good rest, and our hero, Princess Cialis. I think I know why they call her that. I'm just winking right now. I'm just winking with both eyes.
My slide whistle and also my theremin. I got some free Blue Chew. Should I go take some Blue Chew?
Do you actually?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, take one right now.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. That's such a bad idea. Blue Chew, it comes in Viagra and Cialis flavor. If he takes a fucking Cialis, he's fucked because those things last like 2 days. Lower your blood pressure. It's not healthy for a young, virulent man to take those, but it's going to be very funny, and I am going to time how long it takes him to get hard. Let's see. Let's do a stopwatch here. Got it on my phone. Ready to go.
Okay. I'm here.
Where did you get these?
Oh, so my favorite podcast that isn't our own, of course, because my favorite is ours.
Yeah.
Is sponsored by Blue Chew.
No kidding.
And they ran a thing where it's free Blue Chew. I just had to pay for shipping.
And you had to lie about your medical history?
No, actually, I didn't lie about anything. You can literally just say that you want to try it.
Wow.
And I just pretended that my camera and microphone didn't work, so I was able to put it into a text box.
Nice.
So
Now,
I'm
do
gonna
you
pop
have the Viagra or the Cialis kind?
It's the Viagra kind.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't want you to be hard for 2 days. That'd be too much for a joke. But
No. This is just
4 hours is fine.
take this 3 to 45 minutes before 30 to 45 minutes before sexual intercourse. For me, playing Call of Duty is the only ecstasy I experience anymore. So I think
You can't have too much blood in your brain when you're playing COD.
All right, here we go. This is
I'm gonna start a stopwatch when you take it. So give me an exact.
Sildenafil. I think. Hold on. Sildenafil. Okay, it is Viagra. Here we go.
Excellent.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm about to pop this. I'm gonna wash it down with some alcohol, as you're supposed to.
Of course.
3, 2, 1, go. It's chewable.
Have you taken any of these before? Oh, okay. How'd it work?
Like half a year ago.
Oh.
It didn't.
Great.
I already have enough boners as is. So.
Oh, so you just didn't notice a difference, really?
It actually tastes pretty good.
Cool.
Maybe I'm fucked up though, because I like stuff. I like stuff like anise and black licorice. So
I like a good Advil, you know. How empty's your stomach?
I had a bunch of curry earlier, so let's say 45 minutes is where the time bomb's at. The boner bomb.
I was hoping you would just be fucking rock solid by the end of this episode.
I'll pretend.
Okay.
I also it might just be a placebo effect where I'm hard anyway.
Yeah.
I get good boners, and this thing gets me chubbed up anyway. What am I talking about? Watching Sleepy Princess.
Oh yeah. Okay. Princess Cialis. She gets captured and put in a castle, a demon castle, and she sings the opening. She's cute. That's good show. All done, pretty much.
My favorite part of the entire episode is when she made a crown for herself out of fabric. I thought that was the fucking cutest thing.
She makes a soft crown for sleeping. Yeah.
It is so fucking cute.
I
didn't even know.
My god.
Yeah. That being said, I would prefer that she didn't murder people, which she does. I get it. You know, the humor comes from the fact that she's doing these things that are really extreme and torturing other creatures to get a good night of sleep. And I know that they're her captors, right? Like she's the captive here, but she kills this wax being and this fabric being in order to get a good night of sleep, which I still liked it and I found it entertaining. And I don't know if my entertainment would be changed really, but I would feel better about it if she wasn't killing things. Like in the beginning, she threatens to murder these little teddy bears before realizing that it would be better to just take their role by brushing them. But I don't know.
Yeah, the bit is that she wants to sleep better in her quarters where she's captured, so she does horrible violence to the demon lord's goons to get herself better sleeping arrangements. And that's it happens 3 times in this episode.
This is where I thought that it should be 12 minutes, and that I wish it was only twice.
Just think of it as 2 12-minute episodes.
Yeah. I just the gimmick's a little. This thing's gonna be at least 13 episodes long, maybe 12 or whatever. You know, I feel like I get it. You know, I just don't know if there's enough to stretch that out to a full season.
Maybe. But I'm not sick of it yet.
Entertaining, for sure.
Yeah, she's got stars in her eyes. She's always, I don't know how to. The tops of her eyes are always flat. So like when she's smiling, she's like looks scheming, and when she's frowning, she looks very, no nonsense. You know, unperturbed.
She's good.
She's had enough of your bullshit. Yeah. And she just fucking loves to sleep. She's
dog,
very cute. I felt like the universe was mocking me with this show about sleeping a lot.
Let me tell you about a show called Kuma 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 Bear, and the universe mocking you because, Christ, it is that I don't want to spoil too much, but that is a show about watching the stock market and playing video games.
That sounds sick.
and no, it's not. It's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Uh, I'm excited to talk about Kuma 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 Bear next episode because
Kuma,
I have
Kuma
very
Bear.
strong feelings on it. Do we have anything else, or was this it for this one, Sleepy Girl?
This is, I think, it. Oh, she dies. She comes
Oh
back
yeah,
though,
yeah, because you don't really die
and
unless
yeah,
you get killed.
she keeps escaping, and the goons freak out, but she's just getting sleep stuff. It reminded me of that Beelzebub show
It reminded me
where
of that
she
as
was a
well.
cute girl.
Yep.
I watched all of that, and that didn't really get boring for me, which I was surprised by. So hey,
I wish I had watched
something
these
could happen.
shorts. I fucking love shorts.
Um, I can tell you about at least two of these shorts. You don't wish that badly for them. Trust me. I'm very curious about Soredake ga Neck because it is such a weird title. It's just the title is that is the neck.
From cult director Noboru Iguchi, Dead
Sushi
Sushi, Robo
Robo.
Geisha, Flowers of Evil live action, comes a story about the staff of a very peculiar convenience store.
All right, yeah.
Um,
Neck.
I, you know, I think before we cut out, I want to talk about what I've been doing.
What have you
Um,
been doing, big boy?
Nothing really interesting, but I have continued watching the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Oh yeah, what are you up to?
I'm up to 4. 5 is happening tomorrow. Just you're gonna get it in real time, motherfuckers, because that's the time of year it is. You're gonna hear about everything every mundane thing that happens in my life over the span of a week while we do this recap. And the fourth, okay, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. It's gonna be impossible to top that because it's fucking incredible. But the fourth one might have the most fucked up killing sequence I've ever seen in a horror film ever. It is a goddamn, may I say, a nightmare. Where
Oh,
it really goes out there, and they do some really high concept stuff in this movie. And up until this point in time, I enjoyed the simplicity of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I think the Halloween movies get a little off the track, a little fast. Obviously, the first one in Season of the Witch are like amazing, but I'm coming to gain a respect for the Nightmare on Elm Street movies in that they're consistently interesting and consistently make me very uncomfortable. And it takes a lot to get a rise out of me when I'm watching a movie. And I said, "Ooh, no, 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 no," while watching this movie, which is a good thing. So highly recommend. Skip the second one. Watch 1 and 3 and 4 at least, and then obviously New Nightmare is great too. What have
mm-hmm.
you and Steven gotten together to do another vampire movie yet?
It's been 3 days. No, of course not.
All right, I figured I'd ask.
No, we did not. But yeah, we'll probably watch. We'll probably watch like Daybreakers and then the next Underworld.
If you want a really good one,
Nope.
all right.
What were you gonna say? Dream Warriors?
No, no, no. A good vampire movie is
Oh,
um, what Shadow of the Vampire with Willem Dafoe is genuinely amazing. It's a great movie. It's a movie about the making of Nosferatu, where it's
oh,
basically like a mockumentary about making Nosferatu, where they cast an actual vampire in the role,
oh. Okay.
and it's
Oh, I
brilliant.
thought it was. I thought you were gonna say it was like an Ed Wood about Nosferatu or something. But okay, it's
No,
fiction.
yes,
Uh, I was like, that's not a vampire movie, but it is actually for real. That's
it's
weird because Interview with the Vampire also has a sequence where there's a group of vampires in Paris who run a theater where they pretend to be humans pretending to be vampires. So similar
uh,
concept there.
Shadow of the Vampire, made by E. Elias Maherj, or Maherj, who made the cult horror film Begotten, which
Got
is
him. Oh, begotten.
Begotten, which is um, perhaps the most esoteric horror film ever made, and also Den of the Celestial Birds.
Tells of the death of religion, the abuse of nature by man, and a nihilistic outlook on what life ultimately is.
And there you have it. And as I said, esoteric, amazing. And then he also did Den of the Celestial Birds, which I've seen, also amazing. And then he did a bunch of Marilyn Manson music videos, and that's it.
That is the logical progression.
But anyway, yeah, Shadow the Vampire. If you guys want to watch something really good, it is a comedy, surprisingly. So, yeah.
Okay.
If you
add it to the vampire list.
If you need me, I'll just be watching clips from The Simpsons and videos of people destroying smartphones on YouTube for the next couple days until I get around to not procrastinating on watching all these anime. What will you be up to?
We might have to do a triple feature, me and Steve. How many weeks we got left in October?
Oh, you got half a month.
We got 3 Fridays. Okay.
Yeah. Well, people were really concerned about like the actual social media websites, or like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram are going to destroy society. But the only people who are able to save society are stuck watching YouTube.
Damn, that's so true.
Man, I can't stand. Man, fuck YouTube. It's so good. I've been addicted to YouTube for 10 years. Can you, at least probably 15 at this point? Can you believe that shit? I have a YouTube account from 2006.
Yeah.
How bullshit is that?
David's got that real Will Smith. That was a good account.
Oh, if you want a bunch of chips in HD poker, by the way.
Please. Oh, yeah, David sent me a message like, you need to make a suggestion in HD poker. Did it work for you too?
Oh, yeah, I got 500
see. I figured it worked for him because he's like a potential whale because he played the mobile game for 8 months, he said. But it just worked for you too?
Oh, yeah, they gave me 500 million chips.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, and I immediately blew 100 million on the tournament. So
awesome.
Yeah, no, it's real out here. We are gang stalking on Twitter. I am the real Shakira at Shakira but male.
Oh yeah, add me on HD Poker. I'm Fentanyl Addict 69.
He is Fentanyl Addict 69. I am Shakira but male. If you sign up for an account, please make sure that you use our affiliate link that doesn't exist.
What was I gonna say? I don't know. I'm still trying to find this Pancake Alien article, but I'm not going to. That's it for part 2. What were we just talking about?
I'm gonna see if I can keep up my drinking streak. I was on a not drinking streak for about 10 days, and I think I might just go for a drinking streak of 10 days.
Are you hard yet?
No, I feel like I might be hard soon, though, if you keep talking like that, Daddy.
I don't like that at all. That means it's time to end the episode. What were we
see you in part 3. Declan has to watch like 9 shows.
What were we talking about like 2 minutes ago? This is going to bother me for the rest of the night unless I remember. What was
talking about a lot of things.
No, just like a second. Just like immediately. No?
YouTube? Social media?
No, before that.
Dude, I've been drinking, man. I only have the last minute of existence cashed into my brain. The rest of it's gone forever.
This is a disaster.
I was just reminded of a story where I nearly got into a fight with somebody at a wedding. This was a friend's wedding a year ago, where apparently we were on a party bus and I got into a confrontation with somebody where where just for no reason at all, I'm like, I'm going to provoke this person. I decided that I was going to
hardcore.
Not like in like a mean way, but I was just going to keep pressing them on something they said that was completely meaningless for like minutes at a time, where I'm like, okay.
You're not making this sound good at all.
No, of course not. But they said something, and I just kept like digging, like, why? What do you mean? Why?
Oh God, you're pissing me off just explaining this.
I know. But But the end of the story was us becoming buxom pals by the end because I'm like, dude, I'm just fucking with
Buxom
you.
pals.
And then he's like, oh shit, and then we dapped. It was cool.
I hope that you imagined that last part and that guy is fucking planning to murder you. All right.
No,
Thanks for joining us for part 2, everybody.
I love you.
See, I love you more next time. Bye. I'm playing the ED of the Princess show because it's basically future funk. Can't hear you, bitch.